FlossTube. It's Carolyn, your stash sister, and guess what? It's July. It's Happy July. Well, it's 109-degree July. No, actually I'm lying. Because it has been so beautiful here the last couple of days. It's been in the high 90s, maybe just a little over 100. It's not too humid, so it's been kind of nice. But I'm sure the temperature will go up, and we'll be back to being really hot. But that's okay, because it's Arizona, and that's what we do in the summer. So how is everybody doing? It's been a hot minute since I've made a video, and I've missed all of you. I've missed connecting with you and your kind comments. I really appreciate all the kind comments, because you know, a little bit of kindness goes a really long way, and it's so nice to just reach out over comments on either Instagram posts or FlossTube videos and say nice things and be kind. Wow, thank you. I really appreciate that a lot. I have some fun things to share with you. I have some finishes, like fully finished, which never happens in my world, so I'm kind of excited about that. So why don't we get started with my fully finished, and then I have been working all month on a patriotic piece, and my goal was to finish it by July 4th, and I think I'm gonna get there. And then I have a couple of new kits. I don't have any new starts, but I have some new kits. So let's get going on the finishes. I can't wait to share them with you. Alrighty, first, look at this. Look at this cute little guy. Look at that. Do you remember my friend I told you about, 5 Times Blessed, Nancy? She sells antique buttons, and this is one of her buttons, one of her little buttons. Whenever she comes and does a little show at the shop, I make sure that I stop by and pick up some really fun little buttons. So this is called Liberty Notes by Shepherd's Bush. And it's stitched up. I stitched it on 36 count. I stitched it with the called for threads. And I love the way it turned out. It's cute little. So there you go. I got it all finished. And it sits in my very first, what are they, tiered tray. I made a tiered tray for my kitchen table, and I'll insert a picture of it so you can see I'm very, very proud of it, because I've never done that before. And I probably have had that tray for maybe a year at least, and it sat in my kitchen on my island collecting crap. It became a crap collector, and so I emptied it out and I made it cute and put it on my kitchen table. So that was kind of fun. Anyway, that's that. And then I have this cute little finish. This is by Heart & Hand. The name escapes me right now, but she did a whole series of these. I think it's called Sampler Birds. Oh, I apologize. I'll put the name in so you can see what it is. But so cute. And I had this finished for like a year, and I had it mounted on this little board. Then one day I was tooling through Home Goods, and I saw this frame, and I didn't measure. I never do that. Do you guys? When I'm shopping and I see something that looks like it would be a cute little finishing thing, I just grab it and bring it home, and then eventually I can use it. So this, I picked it up at the Home Goods for like $4.99, and I just mounted it. I put a piece of scrapbook paper back here and just glued it on, and I think it's really cute. So that was a lot of fun. And then this is my favorite. Look at that! I really love this. Now this is called, this pattern is from this book, In Friendship's Way. See, it's right there on the front. I think it's called Welcome August is the name of the pattern. And I stitched it. I stitched it last year, and then I found this frame, same thing, at the Home Goods store. And I didn't know I was going to put in it. I thought, oh, maybe that bird will go in it. So I brought it home, laid it around in my office for 6 or 7 months, and then one night I just got busy. This cute little bird cage hanger thing was my friend was cleaning out her house and doing some organizing, and she said, could you use this? And I said, well, eventually I can. So I don't know, I got busy with the hot glue gun and some ribbon and some things. So let me tell you about this. So my husband loves me with his very last breath, but he does not get me. And so what I wanted to do was, there's two picture hangers. There's two picture hangers on this frame because I needed to wire it to the back of this little guy. So I said to him, can you hammer those two little, here, I'll show you. See, right there, those two little wiring, I said, can you hammer on each end? I showed him right where to do it. Can you do that so that I can wire this up and get this done and put it on the wall? And he's like, sure, no problem. So I go to work. I come home from work, and he has hammered the two little silvery things, but he hammered them to the back of this one. And and this was laying on top of the little bird cage. And the bird one was somewhere else. And I said, how come you put the little thingies on the back of the bird cage, or on the back of this one? And he said, well, isn't that the one you told me to put it on? And I said, no, I wanted you to put it on the bird one. You know, the bird going on the bird cage. And he goes, well, I didn't know. I said, well, it's a bird. It goes in the bird cage. And he's like, Carolyn, it all looks the same to me. Oh, no, you didn't. You did not just tell me that all my needlework looks the same. I don't think I spoke to him for like the rest of that day and maybe part of the next day. He felt really bad. He loves me. He just doesn't get me sometimes. Oh well, that's okay. It works. It works for us. We're coming up celebrating 39 years of marriage. So apparently he does something right, but it does not all look the same. Oh no, you didn't tell me that my needlework looks all the same. But I'm not bitter. No, not at all. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what's next? Ooh, so, the one thing I love about this business the one thing I love about needleworkers is they're very kind and giving people. So there was a customer that came into the shop, and we were talking about finishing project bags. She told me how she finishes her bags with a French seam, so you don't have any empty things. So I'm just tooling around. She makes an appointment because we're open. The shop is open right now. Attic Needlework is open right now, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday by appointment only. She makes an appointment. She comes in, and she brings me this beautiful fabric bag with a wallet, a needle keep, and then like a little accessory bag. And a sweet little thread holder, which these are the best because you stick your threads on here, and let's see, I have some threads. Well, I just have big threads. I don't have little threads. But you stick your threads on here, and those suckers aren't going anywhere. So anyway, it's so nice, and you can travel with it. Just throw it in your bag. So Diane, thank you so much for your beautiful gift. And I love it. It's really nice. And how cool is it that the seams, see, they're all finished like French seams. Pretty cool. Anyway, needleworkers are good people. Y'all are good people. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Now, on to, I have some new kits some new princess kits with silk. Princess kits with silk. First one, I kitted this up. Now, if you follow the Attic Needlework Floss Tube, Jean Lee, the owner of the Attic Needlework, and I did a video on Gigi starts, all of our Gigi starts. So I will link that down below if you want to go and check it out. So on this side, this is my Miss Manners, which has been a little neglected. But on the other side of this, I am going to stitch Viola Martini, which is this pattern, Mademoiselle. I love this. I love the wreath at the bottom and the cursive alphabets and all the, I just really love this pattern. I've loved it for years and years. So there's a silk conversion available at the Attic. And these are the colors. Look how beautiful they are. They're just really rich. So that's going to be a start. Maybe in August. Maybe in August it'll be a start. I kind of want to get back to some of my already starts. But I really wanted to start this for a long time, so I kitted it up so I would do it. And then the next thing I kitted up, this is a new pattern. Where'd you go? Come back. I was trying to figure out the best way to display this. There we go. Come back, everybody. So this is the Red R sampler by Hello. Liz Matthews is the designer. I love the alphabet cursive. I really love cursive alphabets. And then I love the seams down at the bottom. And it has a little red R. And these are the called for silks. So she's charted this for NPI silks. And I don't stitch a ton with NPI silks. They're great silk, and I thought, well, why not? I'll give it a try. I haven't used them a lot, so I'm not quite sure which red I'm going to use. This red right here is the red that's called for in the pattern. This red right here is a really beautiful red that's just a little bit darker. It's got a little more depth to it. I don't know. I'll see what I want to do once I get into it. Once I get going with the stitching and all of that business. So I'm excited to start that too. So right there. So those are my two new kits that I've done in silk. One is it's already called for, which is so nice. You know, if you're on the fence about starting with silk. If you find a chart that's charted that has a silk option like an NPI or the Avira Soie silk option, go for it. You know, if it only has 4 or 5 or 6 colors, just do it. You know, grab them there. This silk I think is $5 a skein. The Avira Soie silk is $4.50. The 100/3 silk is only $3.50. It's really affordable. It's a great entryway into just a whole new world of stitching. So go for it. Just go for it. Now, there's been a really cool challenge on Instagram, and it's called the kindness. I think it's the kindness challenge, where you just post kind things and kind words, and it got me to thinking about some of the stitching, and I found a couple of awesome patterns that I think would be really fun to stitch up that are along that line, because you know what, it doesn't cost you anything to be nice. It's totally free. I like that. I like free. So in this is the most recent issue of Primitive Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, which is an amazing magazine. If you don't get this magazine, call or email the shop and get put on the list, because they come in and they are sold out. And once they're gone, they're gone. So it's awesome. But how cool is that? So cute and small. And it calls for, now the call for threads are Valdani. That's not a thread that I use a whole bunch. So I went through and I picked out some overdyed cottons, and what do you want to bet? Chances are when I get serious about stitching it, I'll probably switch them over to silks. But these are the colors I picked. You know, it's a red, it's a blue, it's a green, a red, a blue, a green, a couple of browns. So, you know, you could just go through your stash and find something really nice. But I think that's it's a great start, really great start. And then I was looking through my stash. I did a little bit of a stash dive because I knew I had this pattern, and I love this pattern, and I will be kitting it up in silk eventually, like not today, but it's by Heartstring Samplery, and it says "Be kind always," and it says everyone you meet is fighting a battle you can't see. Be kind anyway. Isn't that nice? Because my husband, we were talking the other day, and he was saying something about, you know, how our words affect people and how we treat. And he said to me, he says, "Carolyn, you know what? You use the word hate a lot." And I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I hate that movie," or, you know, "I hate artichokes," or "Hey, there's a game show on TV and I really don't like that game show." And he said, "You need to find a different word, because that's a really strong word." I said, "I do not say that word that often. I don't walk around saying I hate this, I hate that." And he goes, "Yeah, you kind of do." I said, and so I argued, of course. "No, I don't talk like that." He says, "All right, I'm going to keep track." So like 20 minutes later, he's like, "That's 2. It's like, really? In that short of time, I had like expressed disgust and disdain for something random. So I'm trying really hard to speak more positively and to not be hurtful. I'm not very good at it, but whatever. So anyway, next thing I want to share with you. So this is so cool. The other Sunday, so on Sundays is our FaceTiming day when we FaceTime our kids and our grandkids, and it's really kind of a highlight of our week. So instead of dialing our son in Portland that has 3 kids, we dialed Jensen in New York. And all of a sudden he pops up on the screen. We're like, "Oh, we're sorry, but hey, how are you?" And he was having game day with his friends, and I have never felt like the parent until we were on that phone call. It was like, "Oh, hey, introduce us to your cute friends." These are all grown men in their 30s. And it was like, "Oh, hi, I'm the mom. Oh." And he's going around the room, and this is Tal, and this is Ryan, and this introduces to his friends. Like, "Well, who's that over there? Hey, I hope you're all having a good time." Really, I just never felt so obnoxious than I did at that moment. So do you remember in the last video that I had, the antique sampler that Jensen's friend Ryan had gotten for Jensen? I had picked it out and anyway brought it home to the house. If you haven't seen it, watch the video before this one. So Ryan is a cross stitcher. He does original cross stitch works, and they are amazing. And he does portrait kind of work and colors. So I'm going to insert a picture right here, and it's Audra McDonald, who is a Broadway star. Oh, I pray I did not get that wrong. And he was entering it. He is commissioned, and he enters things in shows. and it's awesome. Ryan, I love your talent. I love that you take cross stitch in a completely different direction. That I, oh, you know, I don't like. It's not my jam, but I love it so much. And these are all. This is original for him, so I can't wait to go to New York and to meet Jensen's friends in life, not just the weird parents on the FaceTime. Hi. Hi. So anyway, that was kind of fun experience. And okay, so what's on my board? What have I been working on? This project I started a long time ago. And the date on the pattern is 2006. So it may still be available. You know what, reach out to the shop, to the attic, and see if it's available. It's not in stock, so but we may be able to, if you love it. If you don't love it, fine. But this is called Land of the Free. It's by Little House Needleworks. It was a limited edition kit when it first came out in 2006, and I'm just about done. So I was stitching along. I started this so many years ago, and so these letters here are brown, and they're supposed to be brown down here. And I wasn't feeling the brown. So I wanted them so I got down here to the flag, and I wanted the flag to just stand out, and I don't know if you can see it, but I wanted it to be really rich and deep, and I wasn't feeling the cottons, which is what it came in the kit, and that's what I was using from 2006. So I dug around into my stash, and I pulled out these silk. These are silks from a Mary Cox class called The Courtship, which is done and patriotic, but it's just not fully finished. One of these days I'm going to fully finish every done thing in my bag, and it will be like a finished palooza. So, do you see this? Let me put this over here. Do you see this beautiful red? And this blue, this really rich blue? And this white, this red, white, and blue? So I dug this out of the kit, and I thought, that's what I'm putting in. That's what I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna just princess this up a little bit. So that's why I stitched the flag. So the flag is all done in silk. And then this Land of the Free down here in that bowl, that beautiful, rich cranberry red, is silk also. And then I got over here to this little guy, and this was supposed to be the date. And I have a spot for the date, the year right here, 2020, and I wasn't, I was like, I want to put something different in there. And so I just decided to put in the word United. And it just came into my head. And so I tweaked it, and I put in the word United because I feel like, you know, this is a time that we can just all come together and unite. And so I added that there. And so I just have a few little things to finish. I'm gonna pick that's like a stripe, you know, a terracotta pot. Anyway, that is gonna be red right there. And then this is a heart down here. I haven't decided if I wanna do the heart or if I'm gonna do something else. Maybe I'll just do what it's charted for just so I can get it done. But that's it, that was my goal. I wanted to get this done by July 4th. And I am really on track. I have a really great way to finish it. I've already figured that out. So hopefully next time I do a video, it'll be fully finished. And I really enjoyed working on this off and on for the last, let's see, 14 years. It's 2006, it's 2020, it's 14 years. See, lady, don't give up. Don't give up on your projects. I know we all have eons old works and whips in our bags. Just pull one out, get it done. So this is not my oldest whip, but I really enjoyed stitching it, and I'm really glad that it's going to be done. So that's really all I stitched on the whole month. I didn't stitch on anything else because I just really wanted to get it done, get something done. So anyway, hopefully in my next video it'll be fully finished and it'll look great. So I think that's it for today. We're going into the 4th of July weekend. Jeff and I are going to get away for a little staycation, and we're very much looking forward to that. So I hope you all stay safe, be well, get lots of stitching done, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye, friends.